Lanzo86 here with the From the Rip review of Pokemon Arceus and Legends Arceus. From straight up, Pokemon Legend Arceus is the best Pokemon game on the Nintendo Switch. For me, it's better than Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu. It's better than Brilliant Diamond and Pearl. It's better than Sword and Shield. Here's the thing: this game actually has some evolution of the stale, for me, stale, consistent old Pokemon formula. I played Pokemon Sword and Shield, and it felt like I was playing Pokemon Blue with some slightly better graphics. Pokemon Legends Arceus actually improves on the Pokemon formula and does things that makes you think, why hasn't this always been a thing in a Pokemon game? But here's the thing though, it's not all positive. When I think about this game, I think this is a natural evolution of the Pokemon formula, but this is the evolution that we should have got 10 years ago. This game still feels old. This game has so much issues, and one of the biggest issues is the Nintendo Switch. So my full review is that this is a good Pokemon game. It's good. It's the same Pokemon formula, but improved in some slight different ways. One of the improvements that has been made is now when you're in battles, when you're in Pokemon battles, you can walk around. Something as simple as that. It's just so obvious. Now when you're engaged in a battle, you can walk around. Your player character can break out of the thing that has been set up since Pokemon Red and Blue and has gone through every single Pokemon game. Now your player character, you throw out your Pokemon, and now you can just walk around. You can survey the battle, you can do other stuff. So they've evolved the formula in certain ways, but at the same time, it's like they've evolved it further than they even can hold it together and make it a consistent, enjoyable experience. Here's the problem: you cannot throw out multiple Pokemons at the same time in a battle situation. Meaning, you can walk around enemies and aggro them just like you can in the wide open area in Sword and Shield. But now you can aggro multiple enemies, meaning you can walk around and aggro 5 enemies, have them coming towards you, throw out your Pokemon, and now you have a situation where you have a 5v1. Answer me this: why can't I throw out 4 more Pokemon so it can be an even battle? Things like that they just haven't thought out. But at the same time, I appreciate the improvements that Game Freak has made. Pokemon as a series has so little in the way of improvements and evolution that I feel like I have to say this is a great game or give them a win just because they've actually done some stuff to improve the game, just because they've done some stuff to evolve the game. You can farm materials to go and craft equipment, and to do that you throw out your Pokemon. In that situation, when you're farming equipment, you can throw out multiple Pokemon. I can throw out a Pokemon at a piece of metal there to harvest. I can throw out a Pokemon at another piece of plant life to harvest, and I can throw out all 6 of my Pokemon at the same time. But when it comes to a battle, you can't do that. And with that, this game is good. It's a good game. Giving you some backstory, Sword and Shield was terrible to me. Sword and Shield felt like no innovation, no evolution. The big thing in that game was Gigamax Pokemon, where you have a giant Pokemon, which basically is just the same as a regular Pokemon, but he has a few extra moves and a lot more health. What's the point? But in this, they have made enough changes and done enough interesting things so that this feels like a advancing of the formula, and which leads to an overall better experience. Obviously, this game and this series as a whole is so heavily limited by Nintendo's weak hardware. The Pokemon games require, especially this one, requires having a big open world and having it being filled with Pokemon. Essentially, Pokemon are the animals of their world. So That means you have Pokemon in the water, Pokemon in the air, Pokemon in grass, Pokemon on rocks, everywhere. And this game at time struggles. It struggles really bad. Almost every single technical level you can think of, this game is bad at. Textures are bad. If you look at some of the ground textures, when I first saw some of them, I thought, oh, they look worse than textures in the original Halo game on the original Xbox, Halo CE. Ground textures are better in Halo CE than in this game. Ground textures, water effect, draw distance. The draw distance of enemies sometimes is not as bad as in the Wild Zone in Sword and Shield, but it's still pretty bad. Sometimes there's sparsity. You look in a water and there's like one fish Pokemon. So this game is, it's like it's killing the Nintendo Switch. The Pokemon series is a series that I think has been held back so much by the hardware that Nintendo put out, simply because to have a rich world filled with these creatures would be amazing, and Nintendo's hardware is so weak that it's just not capable of delivering that. Even when they turn every single setting down to its bare minimum, they're still not able to do it. But in spite of all of that, I'm still able to enjoy the game and have a good experience, which lets you know that, for one, the core Pokemon formula is there, but it's improved on in some ways. Now, another improvement is that now your Pokemon don't just have four moves. You have four active moves that you use, but you can have, I don't know if there's a limit to how much moves you can have in reserve, and then those moves you can switch out the moves at all times. So when your Pokemon grows and learns a new move, he doesn't forget the old moves like in previous games, but now he has a new move added to his move pool, but you select only four moves that you can use within battles, which is a great system. What it means is that you can switch moves out, you can tailor Pokemon moves for different situations. If you know what you're going into, it adds another layer of strategy to it. So it's little iterative innovations and improvements like that. Nothing earth shattering or groundbreaking, but enough improvements to improve the overall experience. If I had to give this game a rating out of 10, I would give this game an 8 out of 10. Solid game, enjoyable, stories absolutely throwaway, but the world and the overall gameplay, I would say, is probably the best it's ever been in a Pokemon game. And I know it may be controversial to say that. But considering that Pokemon has rarely evolved as a formula since Pokemon Red and Blue that much, even the battling is so very similar. But now there's still so much they can do. I wish they changed it up, made battles more dynamic. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of this game. If you've had the opportunity to play this game, let me know what's your favorite change that they've added to the Pokemon formula. All right, peace.